Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chad's Home. Today we are sitting here with Psychic Barber. What's up, y'all?
Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
Nice. So it's 9 a.m. right now. These guys were in San Diego last night. So it's Matt. That's crazy. Love the dedication. Thank you for being here. That was quite the trek.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It was an accident how that worked out. How we're like, oh shoot, we're doing things 2 days in a row in different places. But we're glad we're here.
Opposite places,
we're here.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you guys know who Gordon Smith is? Does that ring a bell?
No.
Oh,
No.
Is it the guy when you search Psychic Barber, the first thing that comes up?
Yes.
Then yes. Yeah.
The guy, isn't he in like Portland or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's two actually. So there's one in Portland, and then there's one this guy in Scotland called Gordon Smith, who is the psychic barber. That's like he's a medium who talks to the spiritual world, and he's a barber, and so he's like this famed psychic barber. I don't know if there was any connection there.
But does he do it at the same time? Does he like cut the person's hair and?
Yes, that's what he used to do. That was like
we need to find this guy and we need to
This
collab.
story
Yeah,
is
we
like
really
a lot
do.
less interesting than that. We were like in my backyard. I was looking at memes on my phone, and there was a meme with like the picture of like the neon sign that says Psychic Barber, and I was like, guys, that'd be kind of funny. And then we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
it was obscure enough to where
Okay.
like people
Yeah.
wouldn't know. So
yeah.
Very fair. Yeah, I'd never really ask about band names. I don't like to do that, but this one I just thought was really funny because
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was if you were related to Gordon
No.
Smith or anything. But
I mean,
we
who
could be.
knows?
I don't know.
let's
I
get
haven't
him
got
on
my
the next
ancestry
album.
results back, yo. But
There we go.
we'll see.
Get a feature. Get a
Yeah.
feature on the next album. So yeah, speaking of Nothing Personal, the debut album's out now. Came out in February.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's quite the album. It's quite the
Thank
debut.
you.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
And yeah, I noticed there's a lot of different kind of things going into the record, like some blues rock, some psychedelic rock. Where were you guys' heads when you were writing this, and what were like the different inspirations behind it?
Well, honestly, we all played it in our worship band at church, and we were all like, all right, let's jam. And so we went to Ian's garage, and it just instantly clicked. Like we went into like a blues jam, and just that kind of became the basis of our sound, I guess. But yeah, I mean, our music has kind of always been like blues based, but we kind of want to get more into like different styles, or like we've been trying to venture out into more, other sounds.
I think like, well, back to your question, where our heads were at, we were just writing things that like we liked, Like I don't think we ever like stopped and thought like, does this fit in with like what we're doing? It was like, that's cool. Let's make that a song. Like the Cuddy Sark song, like that was just like a little idea, and we were like, all right, we like it. Put it on the record, like
Yeah.
it was very like visceral.
Right. Yeah. And was the worship band kind of like blues based, or was it just kind of like Hillsong type
Yeah.
of big
Yeah.
worship
Yeah, yeah.
songs? Got it.
Yeah.
But that's just like how we all met,
Got it.
No,
Our
we do
humble
blues worship
origins.
at our other church.
That's really cool.
We can start a blues church, the Church of the Blues.
I like that. Yeah. Have you listened to Jesus is King yet?
Yes.
Kanye album? What do you
Not
think?
fully. I've
Yeah.
actually seen more about just like YouTube videos of Kanye doing interviews and stuff about it. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I listened to the whole thing back to front, but I enjoyed it. Yeah,
Nice.
front to back
Backwards?
and back to
it's
front.
really
Interesting.
It's surprisingly wholesome in my opinion. Like, well, because obviously, like, look back at his other stuff, but like, there's like an interview with him, and he's like, the dude's like, what does a Thursday look like for you, Kanye? And he's like, well, I play with my kids, and Kim goes and watches Dateline, and I'll read my Bible. And
Yeah.
It's like, you just don't expect that.
Right.
It's Kanye freaking West.
That's very true. Yeah, I saw that as well. So were the songs on Nothing Personal, were they written a long time ago, or like when did they all kind of come together? And what's the newest song?
There was like it was like from the time we started to like 2 years later that we were like writing that whole album. And we like, so the first couple ones we did was like Long Road, Playing to Steal.
The One Who Wins.
The One Who Wins.
Which we don't really play anymore.
And California
Rest in
Trees.
Yeah, so we had like these few songs. It wasn't like enough for an album, but like we had these and we were like, and then there's like another just like spurt of inspiration. We wrote like The Heat and Living to Forget
Yeah.
and Cuddy Sark in like, for like 2 months. And then that was like enough to wrap it up, I think.
Got it.
Yeah.
So those were the last songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. And The Heat just crossed 100,000 on Spotify,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a
Thank
huge
you.
milestone.
Yeah.
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 That's interesting. So that's one of the newer songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mhm.
cool. Is that your favorite Psychic Barber song? You think?
It's the most fun to play, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we played a little different live, so like spice it up a little bit.
Mhm.
So it's
A lot of
it's
it.
really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Spice it up a lot. A lot.
Why don't you play that one song anymore that you had just
Um,
mentioned?
Because we had played it for like 10,000 shows in a row. And we're like, this is
Yeah,
old.
and it was. I think that was probably the first one we had finished. So
Yeah.
we're just tired of it, and I don't think it really translates very well live. It's
Mhm.
kind of like, yeah, like we have more, like better stuff to play.
Very
More
fair.
better stuff.
More better stuff.
Thank you guys for guitar soloing, by the way.
Hey,
It's,
thank you.
It's an important thing in rock music, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that you're bringing it back.
What's
Thank
a
you.
song without a solo? you
Dude,
know?
very true. We're trying to not do that just because literally every song in our album has a guitar solo. So we want to like, highlight the vocals or the drumming or the, more of that.
Yeah, give us our space, man.
Sorry, I have to be the star of the show.
Do you write, like when you're writing a guitar solo, is it just you kind of jamming and just doing
I
something
kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but really when I go into record it, I just like play whatever, and like if it needs like a change or something, like I mess up, then I'll fix it. But it's really just kind of off the top of the head.
Got it.
But yeah, I do
Is
have
that-
some sort of structure to it in my head though.
Mhm.
So
Is that tough to then go learn live because you kind of forget what you did when you were recording?
no, because I'll just listen to it a bunch, and then when I'm playing it live, I just kind of think of how the solo
general
goes,
shape.
and yeah, it's kind of like I visualize it in my head. I don't really think of it as sound. Like,
Got
I
it.
almost think of it as like, oh, these are where my fingers
That's
go. and
deep.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it works either. So
Savant. That's very cool. So one of my favorite songs is In Our Space, the album closer. I think it's just like this beautiful, nice.
Agree with
It's
that
just
one.
this, just this like beautiful, visceral, I don't know, emotional moment. Like when I was listening to it, I was driving and I was like, man, I feel like I'm in a movie right now going through like a pivotal scene of
Yeah.
like character development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And put me in my feelings for sure.
Yeah, at first we were gonna put it at the beginning, and then we just figured of the album, and then we figured, it would just be such a great note to end on for
Yeah.
the album.
Agreed.
Because
So
I wrote that like not even for the album. I was just like, because I also play guitar, as most bassists do. And I was like, I don't know. I don't even remember writing it, which is weird. But it just sort of came to me, and like I like developed it a lot. And then it was like, we were just like all thinking like, what a nice way to like wrap it all up,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So we did.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
That really means a lot. Thank you.
Of course, very honest. And then Something You Can't Run From. It's the
Mhm.
newest song out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
As of right now.
Yes.
Was that song written during the album process, or was that post-album?
No, that was
Post-album.
post-album. That was a breakup song.
Yeah.
So that was
Heavy.
just like more therapeutic than anything. It wasn't like, oh, we need to put a song out. It was like me just writing because I needed to.
Nice.
So it was more therapy
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah, I really love the message, even just the song title, like Something You Can't Run From, because, I don't know, like, in people's lives when they're going through difficult things, I think one of the human nature thing is to like put it on the back burner, like turn away from it, not deal with it. And then that leads to just a lot of kind of perpetuated like sadness and things, you know? So when you look something right in the face and you deal with it and it's something you can't run from, I think that that's a really good message to get out there for people. Was that kind of what you had in mind when you were writing it?
Yeah, I mean, it was just really kind of how I was feeling at the time. And it's, someone came up to me after a show and told me that they really liked the lyrics and they could really relate because they had gone through a breakup as well. And just was telling me how, like, inspirational those lyrics were for them. And I'd never really heard that before. Like, I was just kind of writing because I needed to, but I never thought of my lyrics inspiring another person and, you know, helping them go through the same thing I went through. And, you know, they kind of told me that that song was almost like a monument of where I was and like where I am now. And like, I'm much better now. Like, I was in a pretty dark place then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was like really crazy to hear that from someone.
Yeah.
Like, that my lyrics inspired them. And yeah.
That's very cool. So sonically, you had mentioned earlier that you guys kind of wanted to, you're writing what's natural to you, but you want to maybe move away from the guitar soloing a little bit. What kind of space do you guys see for the next album or the next music that you're writing right now? Like, what space do you want to live in?
Like, we have this song right now, and it's like jazz, funk, indie rock. So
Nice.
honestly, we're just exploring our limits, you know, like trying, like I said earlier, trying to write music we like fun stuff. Like it's stuff that like comes out of when we're sitting in my garage playing and it's like, well, that's cool. Let's do that again. Like, you know.
Yeah, we're starting that song. We're messing with some funky time signatures, so it's gonna be fun to play live. I think.
Nice. Yeah, and I notice I don't know if your Bandcamp bio still rings true, but
I love it. I made that so long ago. I don't even know what it says. Oh God.
It says that we're like the primary goal is to break away from the Orange County punk scene to make something more original. I think I might be butchering it a little bit.
No,
but
I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Because when we started, like, the only shows we could find were with like kind of like punk bands and stuff like that.
It was like,
which is fun. Like, and those guys, like, they're good musicians too. But we just wanted to like do our own thing. Like, we didn't want to blend in with that. But there is like this whole other scene of people that are doing what we're doing, but just the sound of it is so just very wide, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And then, what was it about the punk scene that like you guys didn't really want to, or I guess the Orange County punk scene? Was it just the shows? Like,
yeah, the shows, and it's very repetitive. I feel like a lot of stuff just sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on a bill it'd be like 4 punk bands and then us.
Right.
And so it'd be like dun, 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 and then we would go on and it would be like chill and you know, whatever. So
Got it.
It was kind of harder to interact with the audience and
Right.
relate
Very
to
fair.
them. So
Very fair. Yeah. And then, so I think you guys have done a really good job, I guess, of building an artist community in a similar sound that you guys had done. I know you're playing the big Grins show on December 14th, and you guys had mentioned some other bands earlier that you are kind of in with. Was that a difficult thing to break into, to like build that artist community of similar-minded people?
I think like Cole did that, you know.
Yeah.
He was the one that like reached out to like Carpool and like, and then we started like hanging out with them, and then like through like shows that he like got us onto, like we like started meeting all these people, and it was really refreshing to be like on bills with people that were playing stuff that was like that you vibed with, you know.
Yeah. No, that's very fair.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks, Cole.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, with Carpool Tunnel, like, our good friend Alyssa, who like now books shows under Cosmic Bloom, she's doing some cool shows. But she's done pictures for us and stuff and helped us book shows for a while. She introduced us to Carpool Tunnel because they're from San Francisco and she's from up there too. and I found out they were coming down to Constellation Room in OC to play with like the Grins and Greer, and they're good friends with the Grins from just like touring previously. So they came down and I like ran merch for them, and they introduced me to the Grins that night, and we just started becoming friends with them. And like the artist community that like we found ourselves in now, it's just like so many good friends, and like that December 14th lineup is like all of our best friends pretty much.
All the bros.
Yeah.
That's cool. Homie Fest.
Yeah, it really is. They should change the title of it.
I love that. Yeah, did you guys want to plug that show, actually?
December 14th.
Glass House in Pomona.
Golden Hour 2019 featuring the Grins.
We got Fashion Jackson.
Carpal Tunnel.
Hated Rugs.
Lunar Hand. Buddha Trixie.
Buddha Trixie.
Buddha Trixie's cool.
Anyway, buy your tickets now. This is going to be something you can tell your kids about.
And something you can't run from.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful tie-in. Beautiful tie-in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's talking about the Orange County space. Is that where your guys' best shows are, you think, or your biggest fan base? Kind of local hometown love?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like we have what some might say a fan base. It's more there's just like people that like appreciate us from like around where we've played. But like, I think I don't know. It's like mostly like who we play with, and then like those people just know us by association. So I guess you'd say like mostly local.
Nice. Very
Short
cool.
answer.
Yeah.
Are there any like other bands that I know you just mentioned a bunch, but any like specifically in the Orange County scene that you see coming up that you want to shout out or anything?
Lunar Hand, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys are crazy.
Hell yeah.
Lunar Hand.
You just
wearing their shirt.
Lunar
Check it out.
Nice.
Hand.
Yeah. Also, we just played a show with Your Favorite Color, and those guys are really cool. And
Good sound.
yeah, and we're playing with them in December too, with our friends band from Nashville that's coming, and they're called Secondhand Sound, and they're sick too.
Dope.
They just put out a song. Listen to it. It's called Pocket Change.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then in wrapping up, is there like any kind of through line or through message that you want people to know about Psychic Barber, like what your guys' mission is with this band? Or are you guys just kind of doing it because you like it and doing it because it's fun and doing it because you get to connect with people?
Dude, honestly, the connections. Like
Yeah.
the friendships I've made through this band. I'm speaking for myself. You guys can say things too, but like the friends that I've made because of this is like, I'm just so grateful. You know? It's so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone. 'Cause I guess, I don't know, I'm kind of introverted. So it's definitely pushed me to like just do crazy things, like go out into a crowd and play guitar solo or roll around on stage. Like that's something that I normally wouldn't do on a regular basis. Like I'm not in a coffee shop just like rolling around.
Right.
Well, yeah.
I don't think anyone does that. Don't worry.
But so yeah, it's definitely pushed me, and yeah, I'm proud of the progress that not only I've made, but like just we have made as a band. Like our first show was like compared to what we're doing now, terrible. And so it just took a lot of like work and playing shows to, finally get to that point of like we're happy with what we're doing.
Yeah.
Good job, everyone.
High five.
Where was that first show?
Ice cream shop.
No. That was the second show. The first show was at this place in downtown Santa
4th
Ana
Street.
called Diego's Rock and Roll Bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then we played this ice cream shop. But this first show was like
Yeesha.
this very tiny place in downtown Santa Ana, and Eli's like old guitar teacher's band was playing too, and he invited us to play.
Epic
and
style.
It was just, I saw a video of that show the other day. We were playing our instruments, but we really weren't moving at all. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it was happening.
I used to just like shrivel up when I played, and I would just be like, oh my God, stop looking at me. But I think we've gotten better. I hope. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
Agreed.
so.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good job.
And then I don't know if you wanted to add anything. I know I kind of cut you off.
I don't know. Ian touched on it very, very well. It's just like
Thank you.
we've met a lot of really great people that like are not just our friends within music, but outside of music too.
Mhm.
So it's been
Brothers
really
for
nice.
life.
Like Brad from Carpool Tunnel, like we just talk sometimes, even though he's in San Francisco, just like about life. And that's just like one of many examples of like friendships that we've made.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then just for people discovering you, Psychic Barber on socials, right? Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Psychic Barber. Psychic is spelled Psychic. Most people don't know how to spell that.
It's not physical barber.
It's not physic.
Physic.
Psychic.
And Barber is spelled Barber. Just in
Thanks,
case.
Cole.
Just in case. You never know.
You never know. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Is there anything else you wanted to mention or shout out before we sign off?
Soup. Shout out Soup.
Soup gang. Carpool Tunnel is gonna kill us, or at least Brad. He doesn't like soup.
Okay.
They
It was
made that
better
like a big deal.
without the explanation. I just
All
like
right,
Soup.
never mind. Soup gang. That's
Cut
all.
that out.
Forget what I said.
Goodbye.
All right, guys. Psychic Barber, thank you so much. Stay tuned. We're going to get into some music right now. Psychic Barber.
Here we are.
All right.
Hey, we're Psychic Barber. This song is called The Heat.
Passing up this pretty view, going out to take a cruise, heading down to my old life to make a scene against the tide. We all get blamed for the things we do. I hold up my fingers and there's only two, but the one who loves is not for me. So I stand here and take the heat.
one is called Living to Forget.
Don't you take it. I like your lies, but I'll soon forget. Don't you take it. Don't you take it. I like your lies, but I'll soon forget. Don't you take it. Don't you take it. I like your lies, but I'll soon forget. Don't you take it. Don't you take it. I like your lies, but I'll soon forget.
This one's called Something You Can't Run From.
find it so hard to talk to you. I used to walk downtown, nothing new. Talking all night and sleeping all day. Didn't take much to take it all away. She's writing poems and making them rhyme. Running on streets, keeping us right. Even though she still wants you to run. But this is something you can't run from. Sunday morning, coffee in your hand. Didn't used to drink, now you can. What I used to say is that I'm so strong. 'Cause when you're in it, everything feels wrong. Back. Getting the times that she made you laugh. She starts running from this far away. It'll take more than just one day. 'Cause this is something you can't run from. Ways to say I love you, but in my life